Hey everyone, in this episode we're going to take a look at Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. We're going to take a look at the music, the performances, the story, and how it compares to the original movie. All that and more in episode 59 of the Reel-ists Podcast. Welcome, Team Reel-ists, to our latest episode of the Reel-ists Podcast. I am Oscar.
I'm Donnie.
And we have Ruben here as well.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about the latest musical. How did you say it? Like the sensei? Taking over,
the film that's sweeping the nation.
Not box office wise, but I get what you're saying. But yes, we're going to be talking about that. We do want to just say thank you everyone to listening to this episode. As always, if you're a first time listener, welcome. If you're a returning listener, welcome back. Always appreciate that so much. Couldn't do it without you.
We absolutely could not. We thank you guys so much.
And we do appreciate all the support that we're getting in our comments. We're starting to get some comments to show up in various platforms. So that's exciting. That's very encouraging to see for us. And we're really excited.
Keep it up. Keep it going.
To read more. So yes, keep it going. YouTube, iTunes, wherever you can leave a comment, Facebook, social media, any of those places. We'd love to just hear your feedback. Absolutely. So I think we're ready to go into this.
Bum, bum, bum.
I could open it up in a musical. Yes, just be aware this is going to be a spoiler discussion of Mamma Mia. Here we go again. So if you haven't seen it, you already know the routine. As I always say, I should come up with a short acronym for that routine.
I know, right?
Pause. Go watch it. No, play. Go watch it. Come back.
Pause. Go watch. Come back.
I'll think of one next week. Hold me up to it, guys.
Okay.
Hold me up to it next week. I'm gonna have an Oscar action. But yes, so it is gonna be spoiler discussion, and I think we're ready to go in. So, Donnie, what are your initial thoughts seeing Mamma Mia 2, knowing the first one as well? So, what are your thoughts?
I loved it. No, I really, really liked it. So, we can be honest. We watched the first one the night before. We saw the second one. Same thing with Incredibles. Well, I watched the first one before I saw the second one. 24 hours in advance.
We're not perfect. It's not like we've been doing
there's so many movies that come out.
Right.
Like we have to, we don't catch all of them.
This came out in 2008. We were in high school. we
didn't know any better. We were young. We were naive.
We were waiting for the next blockbuster or whatever, Transformers was coming out that year.
But so we watched the first one the night before, and so they gave us an idea of okay, what to expect for the second one.
Yes.
And
the music was in our head.
What'd you say?
The music was in our head already.
Yeah, for sure. We were still singing it on our way to watching the second one, but the second one was really good. I really liked it. I don't have too much negative things to say about it, initial thoughts wise. The only thing.
And I do. So you do.
But let me. I don't have anything to negative say, but let me say something negative. The only critique I have, and it's not even really a critique, but it's basically, and this might even be a good thing to some people. Oscar, you kind of pointed it out when we were leaving the theater, but it's kind of can be like a standalone film. You really don't necessarily have to watch the first one in order to come watch the second one.
Yes.
Because it kind of does a prequel kind of thing.
Yes.
It tells, the basically the backstory of the mother, Donna, and how she basically how she met the three men that come into, that are in the film. I'm forgetting their names, but I think Harry, Sam, is Sam one?
Sam and Bill.
It's Harry, Sam, and Bill. So you get basically younger versions of Donna, Harry, Sam, and Bill, and how they met, and how their relationships formed. So that was great. And I think this second one, this Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, I think it was even more entertaining than the first one, because the first one was telling, one story, but essentially the second one, you were essentially getting two plots. You were getting all the before, it was explaining in detail, how, like I said, how they all met. And then you were getting a new, fresh story with the daughter, and, and basically her coming into her life with her husband, and kind of seeing where she's at a certain point in her life. So it was great. I liked it. It had a lot of the same music. definitely, you know, brought back some of those hits that we got from the first one that, you know, are often associated with Mamma Mia. So you're not missing anything there music-wise.
Right, exactly, yeah.
It was just overall really good film. I really liked it. What'd you think?
The only thing that you don't get in this movie is present-day Donna. So, in other words, Meryl Streep. That's the only thing. She has a presence, but it's not. She's not a part of the movie. Her younger self is
played by Lily James.
Yes. Well, I'll go into that.
Okay.
I'll go into her performance. But just to give the brief description in case someone was hiding in the bushes the entire time, or living in the bushes, whatever the statement
under
is.
A rock?
Whatever that is, in terms of what it's about. So it's set 5 years after the events of Mamma Mia, where Sophie learns about her mother's past while getting her hotel ready to open for business. So that is the
I thought that was
description.
really just sweet, too, like how she basically wanted to carry on that dream for her mom, even though, spoiler, her mom had passed away a year ago.
A year prior to the movie beginning, yes.
Yeah, so, but she still, like, took that dream that her mom had and, like, still went with it and was still trying to make this hotel successful and you know, lavish and everything that she thinks her mom would have wanted. So I thought that was really
true and
nice.
And picking off of what you were saying about it's a standalone, I do really, if you don't know about Donna, like if you don't know about the first one and you watch this one, you absolutely would be able to follow along. You would have never known about the Meryl Streep Donna performance. That's the only thing you would be missing out. Because the songs are there, at least the big ones are there. The story of past, present, you connect the dots. It's not like you're completely lost of like, wait, who is this character? You easily can tell who is who in terms of like the relationship to either Sophie or to Donna herself. So it's really nice in that regard as well. I will say the one thing that I'm kind of just like, I would say would be my critique in terms of just initial thoughts is that it doesn't, I mean, it explains Donna's backstory, but it doesn't make relevant sense to the present. So it's not like Sophie is like thinking about her mom in that sense, like, or someone telling her like how she came to be. And I'm sure she knows, but it was kind of just like that. Like, here's the present day, here's what's going on. Cut. Now we're seeing flashbacks. Cut. Now we're going back, catching up on what's going on. Cut.
Yeah, kind of like.
So it wasn't like a transition of like, oh, your mom always, you know, used to love dancing, and then we cut into how
to a dancing scene. Yeah,
it really was just boom, 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 like back and forth. This is present. This is past. This is present. This is past. This is present. Oh, we're done with the past. Is kind of halfway point. You stop with the past and you focus on the present. Like you're actually seeing like everything finalized, everything's going. Oh no, there's like a storm. There's, you know, it's not going to open, but then now you're starting to see support to come in. It kind of like once it finishes with the past, it's done. It's like it wrapped up halfway point, and then it became all about the present.
The only time it really kind of connect, like in terms of what you were saying, like connecting, like there being some actual connection between the past scene and the present scene, like somebody telling a retelling or something like that, is when she was kind of walking around the hotel. Remember that, like showing the mom's friends, like everything, and then it would like they're walking down the stairs, and then it cuts to the past of younger Donna walking down the stairs and that kind of stuff. So in those moments it did, but yeah, for the most part they were kind of just like two separate. The past and the present were kind of separated, and there was no like direct link to each like flashback or flash forward.
That's true. Yeah. Watching the first one, so given that it was fresh in our minds, I really like the second one more than the first one. I don't know. I feel like the first one just had this, and this is not to say this is a bad musical in that manner, but in terms of just personal taste, the first one had a little bit more of this like just high energy from start to finish, without really like a calmness or like let's focus on what we're trying to tell you. But this felt more of like a celebration of each song, like a reason of why let's throw the song here, kind of that kind of thing. It didn't feel like an actual story. There was a very little story of like everyone reuniting. Well, it was a birthday celebration, but everyone was reuniting. But this one kind of had more of like, let's explain to you
how. It was for a wedding.
Oh yeah, they were getting married. That's correct. So, and this one was more of, I'm finishing my mom's legacy, but we're also at the same time going to learn about who she was and how she got to where she is now, and how kind of tying it all together.
Yeah.
and that was nice. I felt like this one was more of a story with the music accompanying the story.
I felt like it was just more like if the first one was very, very just like straight up musical, like just like everyone dancing, everyone.
Yes.
And this one was a little more grounded and
Exactly.
had a little more like, I'd say, like substance to it.
It felt like more of a movie that was a musical,
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
than this was like a musical trying to put in its songs together to make it become a movie, kind of, so to speak. But yeah, the music itself is great.
It's banging.
It's it's taken from the artist or the band ABBA.
Is it ABBA or is it ABBA? Or is it ABBA?
ABBA.
ABBA. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure it's ABBA, but it's letters, so I'm just gonna say it's like ABD,
ABBA.
ACDC, like those. Like, I don't think you can really pronounce those. But it was great, yeah. Like, so there's the Mamma Mia song itself. There's Dancing Queen.
I want to sing so bad right now. and it's because both of those, I mean, those are like, when you think of Mamma Mia, I think for sure those two are the ones mostly associated with it. So, and I love that, like, even because I wasn't expecting we were going to really necessarily get those in the second film, because we already got them in the first one.
I didn't either. Yeah,
I thought maybe they'd like play a little medley or kind of you'd kind of hear it in the echo or in the background somewhere, or like maybe at the end credits. But like they like full on did it again, which was great because, like I said, people love those two songs. Specifically, they love a lot of songs, but those two specifically, I think, are in people's hearts. So I was glad we got them again, and it was really cool. And I even liked, Dancing Queen. They were kind of similar, like in both films, right? Like
like everyone
joining in,
yeah.
But like this one was really fun too. Like in the second, I think I liked it better in the second one.
I really liked the music in the second one over the first one. The first one, yes, has some catchy tunes. By no means are they bad music, but I feel like the second one had music that I would enjoy listening to repeatedly versus just like only when I think of this musical. Like, to me, this one had the beginning song that I feel like the beginning was strong. I know you liked the first Mamma Mia, Honey Honey.
Yeah.
But I Kissed a Teacher.
I Kissed a Teacher was the first song for this one,
For this
right?
one, yeah.
And you really liked that one.
I really liked that one. More than, I don't know, it just, I feel like the lyrics were more appealing to me than the Honey Honey was. But there was also the Super Troopers at the end, Fernando, Waterloo. So there was like some songs.
There were some good ones.
Yeah, there were some songs in this one that wasn't in the first one that to me I enjoyed watching them. Compared to the first one, I was like, I don't know, maybe also because the first one, it was like a whole new experience.
I think we were just getting kind of like not used to, but we were like seeing it for the first time.
Yeah,
so we had to
it's very
kind of
possible.
get used to it.
That's very possible.
And then the second one, we knew what to expect, so we were
Yes.
ready for it, and it was accepted more.
Right, probably.
We received it better.
But there was still some different tracks that worked better.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I personally did enjoy the music from this second one.
I know. As you were naming all the songs off, I'm like singing them in my head. I'm like, I gotta go download this album.
Right? I already did. Yeah, and I think all the artists in it were great. I don't think there was like one artist. The only one that was, I guess, would be what's his name?
Pierce Brosnan?
No. Well, yeah.
Are you talking about the actors?
Yeah, he was one. Andy Garcia, and then Pierce Brosnan, I think, are the two that probably did the least too in terms of singing a song, but their songs wasn't that well to me. Like, it was just like, okay.
I know Pierce Brosnan was like, his was the least to me, like the least memorable. No disrespect to him, he's a great actor, but
right. No, but it just the song
itself.
Yeah. But Lily James and
so like, do we like, was that her singing, Lily James?
I would hope so. I would.
If so, like, she has
It's credited. It's credited on the album, on the soundtrack, with her name listed.
Yeah.
So she does sing. Yeah, she did. She did
a lot of numbers. She did Mamma Mia. She did.
No, she did. There was another one she did. Another musical.
A little bit in Baby Driver too, right?
Yeah, but that wasn't like a song, but that was just like her tune, like humming kind of ish. It wasn't a full on song that she sang. Let me quickly check, because she did another singing thing that I was shocked at, actually. I was like, oh, she did that? I know she played Cinderella, but that she didn't sing in Cinderella. I don't think so.
Well, she was voiced in Sorry to Bother You, but she wasn't singing in that, right?
Right, she did not sing, yeah. But she was the standout for me.
Yeah.
I fell in love with Lily James in this movie.
Oscar's never known love until he laid eyes on.
Whoa! I mean, what's the other song? She was in Downtown Abbey, in case you didn't know that. I don't know if I'm going to get the song. But she did do some singing. Like, she has, like, singing. She went to a musical school, like a music school. So she has background in singing. Oh. So, yes. But then everyone else as well. A lot of them are returning from the first one as well.
Mm-hmm. Amanda Seyfried.
Yes.
Who was great. I loved her.
Dominique Cooper, who I think only had one song in this one.
Which one was that?
The boyfriend.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sky.
Yeah, I think he only had one song when there was a duet with her.
Yeah. And then
Cher was in it.
Cher.
I was like, and you know what? I mean, I know we know who Cher is, and I knew from the trailer she was going to be in it, but I guess I never put two and two together. Like, okay, Cher's. Yeah, I just never thought about it. I know that's stupid to say, look in hindsight now, because it's a musical and Cher is in it, so obviously she's going to sing. But I just never thought about it, and then she opened up her mouth and started singing, and I was like it was so groundbreaking. I was like, no, she's gonna sing. Oh my god.
She did 2 songs, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she did great, man. She
did. She did.
She rocked it.
And all of the returning cast members were great too.
Yeah. Colin Firth.
Yes. We said Pierce already.
Pierce Brosnan. And then
his name. I know his last name is Skard or something. Now I'm butchering it. So
yeah, Sam. Sorry, Sam.
Sorry. Sam, if you're watching this, we're not even saying his real name. We're saying Sam. Let's confirm. Let me just confirm here. Scrolling down. Stalin Skarsgård.
Okay.
Stalin Skarsgård.
I'll just call him Sam. No, I'm saying.
And then the new actors playing the younger version. So we had Jeremy Irvine play younger Sam, Josh Dillon play younger Bill, and we had, there's one missing, I know, where are you? You're hiding from me. Hugh Skinner playing young Harry. I thought they did a great job. They didn't, I think only the one that looked like Sam was the only one that had like a similarity to the actors between them, but they did get the character performance right. I feel like I felt the characters in these portrayals. Like, it wasn't like, I feel like you're a different character.
No, they embodied the characters.
Yes, at least the actors from the first one.
Right.
Like, they probably, watched it and understood the description of the character and made it work. So I thought they did great.
No, absolutely. I think they did really good. And then we did get a little Meryl Streep at the end.
Yes.
I was like, finally.
Right.
Like 4 minutes left.
Well, because we had Saw, we had Saw on iTunes, or I think it was just on our Apple TV, but we had Saw that she was like top billing. So we both were just like, oh, maybe she's in this.
Like, she has to be in this one.
Right.
Then. Like,
so, to us, we were just like, she's going to be here any minute. But I think at 2/3, we're just like, okay, maybe she's not in this.
Yeah, I was like, maybe, yeah.
And then she has her little cameo. Well, she had 2 cameos. Oh, well, she has a song.
She has a song within the film.
Within the film. And then she's part of the concluding song,
like the end
Super
credit,
Troopers. Yeah.
Whatever you want to call that. What's that called? Oh, I can't remember.
Curtain call, isn't it?
No.
Oh, what are you talking
Medley?
about? Are you talking about Super Troopers or the one that she did?
Super Troopers.
Oh.
Like when they're all singing together at the end and like credits are about to roll. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the plot. Like, we wrap that up and now we're cutting to like this
I get what
number
you're saying.
that it's at the end. There's a name for it. There's a word for it, but I can't think of it right now. But
I just know, like, on albums or like stuff, it says reprise. It just
maybe it's a reprise. Maybe it's the reprise is what I'm.
I don't know. But that was
a new song.
Yeah, that's a new song.
Anyways, we'll get back to you guys. I'll do a little digging and try to find it.
But yes, no, and even the younger versions of Donna's friends as well, and Donna's friends. Present day, all of them were really nice.
I really like everybody that came back. Was like, I was excited to see everybody.
Yeah,
it did. Like, it was nice. It wasn't like, oh, they're just bringing this person back. We didn't need to bring that person back. Like, it felt like every time we saw somebody, I was like, oh yes, they're back. Yay.
They did establish a good family in the first one, and at the second one, it was like you have to see them return. Because it's like family. It's like you can't have, Mamiya without Harry or,
Right.
So it was nice that they did still manage to get everyone. Even Meryl Streep, but just in a lesser role.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was her decision that she was like, I don't want to be in this movie. Or I don't want to have a huge role. I don't know if it was her choice or if it was the, whoever decided to come up with the screenplay of it. But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, but at least we
But
got
I did
her.
like going into it. Like I did like Super Troopers, the ending. I mean, I would just label it as my favorite. But it was really nice just to see everyone conclude together. Like it was just nice that, like you saw younger Donna and current Donna, and you saw younger Sam and current Sam, and you just saw everybody together.
Paired up with their
and they were just all. It was
corresponding
all fun. Like it wasn't.
role.
There was you took at that point. It was the actors having fun more so than them playing the characters.
Yeah.
So that was nice. And it wasn't like it was just a nice song too.
Yeah, I know. And it was, and I think they knew like the audience would love that, like,
That little
that little.
It's like the
It's
closest
like,
thing I can
it's
think of is,
Donna
like,
and Donna.
to me, it's like the closest thing I can think of is like an encore curtain call.
Only ones who didn't have that were Amanda Seyfried and Dominique West. Did I
Yeah.
say his name right?
Doc Cooper.
Oh,
Dominique Cooper.
Dominique Cooper.
I don't know who West is.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I think that's the actor that does The Affair. I think there is an actor that's Dominique West.
Okay, shout out to Dominique West if you listen.
I don't think you're wrong though.
But yeah, they're the only ones who didn't have like another version of themselves. But obviously they didn't need it. They had each other.
Yes, confirmed. There is a
Dominique
West.
West. Okay,
So you're not wrong.
that's probably why. Because I did watch a couple episodes of that
The
show,
Affair?
so it's probably in my mind.
Okay. Did you have a particular moment or scene, song, anything that stood out to you that you still?
I mean, yeah, the whole movie was great. I really liked the song, obviously, that Meryl Streep sang at the last 5 minutes.
Oh, let me get the song title.
Because
we'll
it
get
was,
the title.
yeah, I mean, that was like, that was the first time we were kind of getting her in the film, like a new scene from her in the film. So it was kind of like a relief, like, oh, finally, like, we're getting her, but it was also just really touching because it was really beautiful, and it was to her daughter.
Yes.
And having, because her daughter just had a baby, so it's like kind of she was speaking to that, and it was just very moving. And it's kind of like Amanda Seyfried's character. What's her name? What's the character's name?
Sophie.
I'm sorry. I keep saying the actor's name. Sophie, she like could sense her mother there, and like it almost seemed like she was looking at her at one point.
Right. Song was called "My Love, My Life."
My Love, My Life. So I think it was just really moving, and I think just a great way to wrap it up. And
Yes.
and I'll throw my other favorite one. I kind of already said it earlier, but the Dancing Queen, when they did that
Yes.
scene.
Yeah.
That was just, it's always super fun, and you saw them all coming on the island and on all these boats, and it was just everybody, and it some that might be a little cheesy and corny to some people, but hey, this is Mamma Mia, and that's what you're gonna get, that kind of like feel good, everyone join in, everyone dance, and it was great.
I did enjoy those moments in this one more than the first one with everyone joining together. So like the opening scene, Waterloo, Dancing Queen, all those that were just Mamma Mia too, that had everyone perform. I did feel was nice. Like it was nice to see that. The first time, I don't know, it could have just been that the first movie was just new, so I was just taking in like what they're giving me, and I'm not familiar with it. I'm not used to seeing like everyone participate like that.
Right.
Only just those that are singing that are the dancing ones. But even the classic ones, like the classical movies, have that kind of like everyone is dancing. Like those, it's a number for everyone, not just one person. Realistically, let's be honest, everyone knowing a choreographed move like that, no.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen.
Not even like a modern trend. Like, how it's like right now it's In My Feelings with Drake. Not even if like you put people together that knew the dance, I don't even know if that would still like look the same. I don't know. It just
No.
not realistic at all.
Not realistic at all. Very, very musical. And I mean, not to like throw La La Land in here, but I mean, let me throw La La Land in here. The opening Freeway number, like very.
Oh my gosh. You had to find a way. Are you comparing just like how unrealistic?
I had to throw it in there. That's just like, that just wouldn't happen. Only in musical world does that happen.
But there's also, I mean, where there was a lot of things that we can say as part of what we are as a podcast that were maybe not realistic. Her journey, Donna's journey to get to where she was. I mean, I know it was back in the day. It wasn't like modern times, but she had a lot of like leeway to get her things her way.
Dude, for real.
To getting to the island, to
finding a place to live.
Finding that house and just being like, I'm going to stay here.
Yeah, I'm just going to live here. I don't know whose property this is, but I'm going to stay here. And
I saved a horse that was in here. Like it was a buildup of that would not. I don't feel like that would ever happen. The modern day with Sophie trying to get the hotel up and running, that felt real. That felt like a good, authentic story. But
right.
the story of Donna felt like it was more of like a passing of like me telling you the story and me thinking fondly of Donna versus the actual true story of Donna's journey to where she got to for the first one. But
well, even to like, and I don't want to get like too, I guess, explicit about it, but like how she slept with 3 different guys all at the same time. Yeah. And it's like,
it's not a good look.
It's like they romanticized it a little
They
bit.
did.
Very much so. Like, and now, I mean, realistically, people would be like, you know, like calling her names, but I'm just like, dang, like you just met these 3 it's, hey, if you want to go out and like, you know, sleep around, that's fine. Like, totally nothing wrong with that. But it's like, you know, no protection either. So it's like, because that plays into the story, because she didn't know who the father was. Yeah. So it's like, you slept with 3 different men unprotected. You know, like I said, I'm not judging. I'm just saying it seems like they romanticized it in the film more, where in realistic, like in real life, it would have been not so like
it wouldn't have been such a positive light.
Yeah, there would have been more negativity towards it. Not saying Donnie would put more negativity on it, just saying the world would do it.
There'll be more concerns than like, oh, that's love. She found 3 times love.
Yeah, like people wouldn't say that. Yeah. So that was the other unrealistic.
Except like her friends, like her 2 friends, the 2 friends would probably be like, that's true love. But she had a good relationship with her friends. They were very close. They practically were like sisters.
I know. It was nice. Yeah. And I love that they were still wanted to be close to Sophie, you know, and like felt equally as like connected to her and wanted to support her and show
even
them.
the dads. Yeah, even the dads. Like they all still
Sophie's lucky, man. Sophie had like a great mom, 3 dads now.
3 dads
who like really love her,
2
and then
great
like
aunties.
Pretty much.
And she
has a great husband.
Yeah. Who brought the grandma over.
Right. And now a baby.
And
an island full of people who will sing and dance with her anytime she wants. It's a win-win.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I wonder how it is on a daily basis. That's would be my concern.
Yeah.
Like, what if you wake up and everyone's ready to dance, but you're just not feeling it? Are you gonna be like,
guys, can we? not today.
Are you gonna shut it down?
Let's try it again tomorrow. Right? Gonna be Beyonce over here. Should be a diva.
He was like, everyone's saying that outside, like you're walking to go to work and you're just hearing "Mamma Mia." You'd be like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait till they finish.
Speaking of, I just want to throw this in here that the island that they lived on was breathtakingly beautiful.
Yes, first and second.
I would love to go there. It was in Greece. It was an island off of Greece, and I know it's that beautiful because my sister traveled there and she said it's just
that beautiful,
like Eden. Yeah, it's that beautiful. So
I believe it. Yeah,
I want to go. Let's go.
You would have to,
listeners, if you can
have to track that
make
location.
our dream come true.
We start a Patreon.
Send the Reel-ists Podcast to Greece.
We'll do a live episode there. We'll cover what would we cover? I don't know.
I don't know.
Wonder Woman,
Greek cinema, films that take place in Greece.
That's funny. Okay. Yes, I think we had a great time with this one for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. What is going to be your real score for this one?
I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I thought it was just great. I think for a musical, you know, and I have to keep remembering that too. Like, it's a musical. And I think for a musical, I mean, it had plenty of music. Yes. And I don't think it had too much music. Like, it's not like every...
The first one felt like that to me, but it might have been similar. I think they might have been similar in terms of total count, but...
Yeah, like I said, maybe because of the first one, we were just getting used to it. But I think it did great. It had the great amount, like a great amount of music and numbers. It had the big numbers that people love to see and why they probably want to come see Mamma Mia. It had 2 great plots that I was equally interested in. All the returning cast was great, and I think it was just a feel good film. Like, it was just a feel good, and yes. Actors did great, music was great, the location scenery was great, and you know, I think it told the retelling of the past with the current present was great. I liked it. Not a perfect film, but I think a very, very well done film.
Yes, and I give it the exact same score, 4 out of 5. I will say I'll go more on the cons, since you kind of did it.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm all rainbows and butterflies and ponies over
but
here.
But it's a 4.
Seriously. Okay,
I'll
go
tell you
ahead.
all the great stuff. Oscar will tell you all the bad stuff.
I got the optimistic outlook on it. You give us the pessimistic view.
That's no wonder everyone's like, he's so negative on his review. But just to give the opposite side, since it might be similar, let me know if this is not what you're on the same page with. But a lot of characters did not get their attention in the movie. There was a lot of focus on just Donna. Even the supporting characters of her friends, present and past, they were very sidelined. I think they had just. I feel like everyone had just one musical number, which is not bad, which is fine. But that doesn't mean that's enough for them. You still should have an opportunity for them to grow and develop in these. I felt like we just saw more of like a here's where they are now versus here's development. And the only development we saw was with the relationship of Sam and her friend. It's going blank at me right now. And who is it played by? I'm going blank on the name.
I don't even know.
I know last name is Walter. That's your phone, not my phone. I know this name. We're going to find this out. But the idea is that that's the only one that had a relationship that continued on from the last one, from the first film, which is about 10 years ago. So I just felt like everyone froze and then just continued. Like there was no real development outside of those two characters. And the hotel was almost being done. Like I felt like this would have been a great opportunity to show some challenges as well, maybe for some characters. Maybe everything didn't go well for Harry since he was the one alone. Like, like that kind of thing. We showed him, like, they show a little bit of his life, but it's a very small sample that you can't really judge where he's at. It's just a matter of this is where he's at, and this is how he gets to the island with everyone else. The younger selves did a great job more of getting to know them and explaining them, but we already knew who they were from the first film.
Right.
So as a sequel, it should have been an opportunity to develop these roles, and I don't know if it was just a matter of the actors just having fun with it now that this was not necessarily a serious kind of movie in that, so to speak, but I still felt like we should have been able to feel like they developed over time. And the new characters, like Cher playing the grandma, Fernando, and like all these characters that were in it, they didn't get enough for us to even extend our care to them. It was kind of just like, they're just in this one. I don't expect them to be in the next one. I doubt there's going to be a next one, but I wouldn't expect them to be in it.
Right.
So
okay,
those would be why I'm just giving it a slight 4. And then the plot inconsistencies of like the flashbacks and the current kind of scenes, and for those reasons, yeah, that's why I'm going to the 4. But it's still
what a negative Nancy.
so rude.
Just kidding.
Well,
No, I totally agree. I back you up 100%. I agree with everything you just said.
But yes, but as you said, great music, great performances of what we do get from Lily James and Amanda and all the cast that do have more spotlight. Lily James, that's it. I'll just say it one time.
One more time, Lily James.
In case you did not
amazing.
realize, I feel like she's a breakout star from this film. She's known. If you've seen.
No, I feel like for sure, like this was a great role for her. And
yeah.
I mean, like you said, she's been in Cinderella, she was in Baby Driver,
But Baby Driver was a good role, but it wasn't anything breaking, like in terms of like now you should know her.
Yeah.
Versus Cinderella, you only know Cinderella. Yeah.
You don't really get to know her. I feel like she was able to put a little more of herself and her energy into this role, so it was great.
It's a great opportunity for her to showcase both talent, singing.
And her versatility and her talent.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
So for that reason, we're giving it a 4. So hopefully everyone, you agree with us. And if you don't, let us know. If you do, let us know. We're on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Team Reel-ists. That's Team REELISTS. Holla at your boys. Please.
Yeah.
But yes, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you next time.